Amit Banka. Please put your hands together for him. I invite you, sir, on the stage. So Amit Banka sir is here and he is going to introduce you to the subject. So I would like to hand over this podium to him so that he can give you that introductory remark for this People of Nature Awards. Please put your hands together for Mr. Amit Banka.
Can I have a mic, please? Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I know it's too late in the evening. There's a lot of heavy sessions on technology you've just gone through. The only thing that I did with AI is ask them to write my speech, and they completely failed. Right, so I'm just trying to figure out what best we can do with AI, although People of Nature Awards is a subset of what we've been able to build over a period of last 5 years. It's a global community which runs on tech, which has imbibed all the positives of tech in one form or the other. Firstly, welcome you all to People of Nature Awards and this particular ceremony. This is the first time we are going offline, and that's the reason that it's very special to us. In addition to that, I'll firstly like to thank everyone over here, primarily all of you who have been here for a while now since morning. Most importantly, I'd like to thank Mobius Foundation for having us here and make us part of their journey in ICSE. In addition to that, I think I have to mention his name, Mr. Ram Bhuj. He's been absolute support from day one for last 3 to 4 years of our We Naturalists, and one person who has guided us through thick and thin in every part of our journey as well. So Dr. Ram Bhuj, thank you so much for being with us all throughout. Firstly, I'd like to just run a quick video and then probably take it to the introduction and take the panelists from here on. The video, please.
When I say the word we naturalists to many environmentalists, there's a smile on their face because we naturalists has been doing so much of work.
In a country like India, you cannot do anything alone. So we need like-minded organizations who can be part of this journey. So it is 2 + 2 sometimes become 5. So it is a synergy.
We Naturalists also help me give many environmental lectures to schools in India. They help me by reaching out to the schools and providing me feedback for my content. And I would say by now, the lectures have been the biggest success in my environmental career.
The journey of We Naturalists has been very exciting. I've always been in and around nature. I've loved water, I loved roaming around jungles. I also started loving photography very early, taking pictures of birds. More and more I got introduced to the people who are working in nature. I realized that there is a lot that can be done by bringing technology closer to nature. And that was our key learning, and that's where we started building We Naturalists. We Naturalists today is standing on 3 different pillars. One is education and awareness, the other one is digital transformation, and the third one is bringing sustainability solutions to the world. And between these 3 pillars, over a period of time, we have actually taken steps to evolve We Naturalists into a global platform where today there are more than 500,000 people on the platform using We Naturalists in multiple forms.
When we put focus on the aspect of earning, you are able to put any of your content up for subscription and that money directly goes into your account. There are no intermediaries present over here. When it comes to learning as well, we have created Explore section where we have brought together about 100 different global publications based upon the interests which you have identified on your profile, which are displayed to you and it gets updated on a daily basis. For smaller organizations, it becomes very hard to probably equip themselves or their organizations with tools like project management, community management, ways to easily interact with their team members even if they are spread across the continent. we have been able to bring such solutions with a social aspect to it, which makes it much more simpler and easier for them to use at a very minimal cost.
Before joining with the We Naturalist site, it was a very small vision. I didn't think much. I'm like, locally is okay. We don't have to think about on the global perspective, and we cannot connect so many people at one point. But then I joined We Naturalist. I started to post my work. I connected with other environmentalists, and the change which I saw, that was, I think, the best thing which has happened.
We have developed some really, really impactful programs, and one of the programs that I would be talking about is green entrepreneurship. So the intent of green entrepreneurship program was to provide an ecosystem, a support system for these aspiring entrepreneurs so that they can connect with mentors, they can meet like-minded people, and they can also look for funding as they are developing their projects.
Our idea was to bring larger organizations like a UNICEF or an IRF or BNHS to all these people together to see what we have done and whether it really impacts their life. And that really made a lot of difference when some of these organizations really came about.
I had been looking for an organization who speaks beyond engagement but also about the skilling, mentorship and bringing the knowledge together under one single platform. And also it was a win-win situation for both UNICEF and We Naturalist because our target group is youth.
We Naturalist People of Nature Award celebrates the work done by climate specialists at a global scale. The winners receive the People of Nature trophy as well as a cash award up to $1,000, the aim for which is to provide recognition as well as support for the individuals who are working within this space.
If you can actually do your bit sitting at home, you are a naturalist. If you love nature, if you think you can act in the best interest of environment, this is your platform. Thank you. So, brand video was the best way that I could have saved time. Today, I know that it's running late. We'll try to make it as soon as possible. I think just to reiterate a lot of things that have been said since morning. We Naturalists was a journey which started with identifying one simple problem. The problem was that how do we ensure that we build some scalability into the work that is being done by some very interesting organizations around the world. It could be a problem-solving thought process in Rajasthan for water, and how do you really take that particular thought to the world at large? So scalability is one critical thing that we all miss out. The other important thing is accountability of the money that comes into the system today. The third critical thing is the transparency with which we build our systems. Now, if you look at the entire environment, and I was told that, and I don't have any verification to that number, that $150 billion is spent by US on climate action. But where exactly that money goes, how exactly it is spent, are they being done primarily to just raise funds? These are some of my thoughts which I have been sharing world over to just understand how exactly we will use technology and amalgamate it to create a larger purpose here. And Tim, taking your point forward, it's not about education, according to me, it's about learning and awareness. And I think whether you use technology or you use traditional methodologies across the board, I think there is a lot that we all can do together sitting at home. As Dr. Koenig said, that it's the last bit of saving that you can do. So it is about reduce, reuse, and recycle. And Dr. Lavasa once said that it could be refuse as well, right? So that fourth R that I have always kept with me in one form or the other, and that's really made a lot of sense at that time. So this no more a triangle, it's become a square now with the addition of refuse. So I think this is what we've built. I think it's a tech platform all throughout. I would not use words like technology or anything else or AI or anything. It's just a platform that enables you to live scale intervention in climate action. We will use all the kinds of jargons at the back end, but for the user, it's a very simple tool like a Word or an Excel or a PowerPoint, just for you to manage an NGO, for you to manage an ICSE, You can run the whole program of anything that you're doing in climate action on the platform. It's as simply built. So that's where we are, very simple journey. I won't take too much time and we'll just move into the next very interesting segment. So I would like to introduce you to a philosopher, a writer, composer, singer, who has done some amazing work, but at his backyard. Mr. Vinod Dubey, I met with him and I was just talking to, he runs a very interesting thing called Mitti Studio. He's a potter as well. And while doing pottery, he just starts singing. He starts composing. He starts just doing his own folklore. But if you really listen to him, although for all the foreigners present over here, I'm really sorry, he will have to be singing in Hindi. But he'll give, we'll provide all of you the backstory of that once we depart from here. But outside of that, if you really listen to him, I think it's nothing short of magic. And I would really request Mr. Vinod Dubey to come on the stage and Aye, sir. And he's a TEDx speaker as well. Through his duffly, he's just created magic. So the backstory of this is, the moment I told him about the awards, he said, "मेरे पास एक गाना है, I have a song. सुनोगे?" And he just starts singing. It was just within like 10 seconds. And everything changed. And I thought, sir, आप आ सकते हैं हमारे यहाँ एक 10 मिनट का प्रोग्राम करने के लिए. So he's flown from Bombay. He runs a pottery class over there. And I personally think everyone should listen to him and hear his voice. So face उधर करना नहीं.
वी नेचुरलिस्ट मंच को नमन करता हूँ. आप सभी की सात्विक ऊर्जा को प्रणाम. माइक दादा थोड़ा सा सिंगिंग के लिए बना देंगे तो अच्छा होगा प्लीज़. आप ये ना समझें कि मैंने बैक करके मैं क्यों बैठा हूँ. ये स्पेस से ऐसे ही दिखता है कुछ, तो मैं स्पेस ले चलता हूँ आपको. दरअसल मैंने एक चिट्ठी लिखी एलन मस्क साहब को, तो वो बड़ी देर में पहुंची और वो शायद हिंदी समझ नहीं पाए. फिर बाद में कुछ मैं सपने से जागा कि ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है धरातल पे. मैंने कैसे ये गीत लिखा, मैं आपको स्पेस ले चलता हूँ. इस वी नेचुरल्स के आप समझो सब स्पेस में हो, और यहाँ से मैं आप फील करो मैंने ये गाना कैसे ऊपर. तो आप सभी इस जो रॉकेट है उससे ऊपर चल के वहां से देखते हैं कि साल करोड़ों लग गए धरा बनी तब एक, और ढूंढ रहे ब्रह्मांड में दूजी मिली न देख. एक ही धरती है, बहुत संभालना होगा. बोले है धरा मानुष सोच अब जरा. बोले है धरा मानुष सोच अब जरा. ये हवाएं पेड़ पौधे और ये जलधारा है लुटाती प्रकृति देखो प्यार तुझ में सारा, जीवन बड़ा अनमोल है, जीवन बड़ा अनमोल है प्यार ये खरा, भूले है धरा, मानुष सोच अब जरा, काट जंगल तोड़ पर्वत नीर विष से भर दिया, लोभ में आकर मनु जीवन बुरा सब कर दिया, चेत जाय अब तो मनु, चेत जा, चेत जा अब तो मनु कर धरा हरा, बोले है धरा, मानुष सोच अब जरा, बोले है धरा, मानुष सोच अब जरा, साथ ऐसे और कब तक यह प्रकृति दे पाएगी, नष्ट जीवन तू करे निष्प्राण ये हो जाएगी, आने वाली पीढ़ियों को आने वाली पीढ़ियों को जीने दे जरा, बोले है धरा, मानुष सोच अब जरा, बोले है धरा, मानुष सोच। थैंक यू, धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir.
चाहता हूँ मैं पलट के बैठा।
I'll request Ram sir to please felicitate Vinod sir.
Maybe please have the bouquet on the stage. क्योंकि हम आपने इतनी सुंदर आवाज से समा बांध दिया है तो हम फूलों से आपका अभिनंदन करना चाहेंगे। Let's have a round of applause for the artist. Thank you so much, sir. And here is a planter as well. धरा को आप भी सजाते रहिए, हम भी सजाते रहेंगे, and we all have to do this together. Thank you so much. And now I was like to request the dignitaries to come on the stage, जो कि हमारे इस panel का हिस्सा हैं. So with your round of applause, I would like to invite the former Secretary Finance and Environment, Forest and Climate Change Government of India, Mr. Ashok Lavasa, who's going to the chair of this session. Please put your hands together for him. Also, I would like to request Dr. Shri Govind Shah, former ADB Environmental Specialist. He has come from Bengaluru, so please put your hands together for him. I invite you, sir, on the dais. Also, I would like to invite on the dais Mrs. Noble Lavasa, author of Echoes of Faith, Tales of Explorations, Nature and Divinity. Please put your hands together for her and welcome her on the dais. And to start with, I would like to request the chair of this session, Mr. Ashok Lavasa, to please address this gathering. Please have a huge round of applause for his welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I think we've had a long day, and I would not like to stand too long between you and the award ceremony, but I would be failing in my duty if I didn't thank we naturalists for inviting me to this most exciting event. And what I'm going to do is just share a few random thoughts with you. Two of them are postulates that I formulated when I was in college, and two of them are poems which we learnt in school. But before I do that, I was wondering what a naturalist is. And if you look at the dictionary, you find that naturalists are people who try to observe and study organic or inorganic matter and its relationship with environment. But I think the way I understand this organization is that they're just not students, they're actually practitioners. And I think in today's context, it's important for everybody who thinks that he's a naturalist to be a practitioner. Now, when I was looking at some of my notes which I made way back in the 70s when I was in college. So I came across a sentence which I had written at that time, which said that human beings don't behave like animals, not because they are intelligent, but because they are not intelligent enough. And I think what has happened is that we have gone as far as we could, probably, we don't know whether the end is here, from our natural instincts. Even to this day, I remember that particularly when I was Secretary Environment, I used to get very upset with people saying Jungle Raj. Because I think that if there is harmony anywhere, it is in the jungle. So I don't understand why people should use this expression as a derogatory expression. Because Jungle Raj is where the elements are in balance till people like us interfere. Yes, somebody might say that the rule of the jungle is might is right. But you also have concepts like survival of the fittest. And survival of the fittest, if you take it away from the Darwinian sense and bring it to the free market economy, you also talk about survival of the fittest. And I think as we move forward, we must all understand that fit is somebody who understands nature, fit is somebody who respects the resources that nature has provided, and fit in long term will be people who believe and practice sustainability. The second postulate which I keep thinking that suppose we were to deconstruct the whole world and go back to the original time, whenever it was. So I think two instincts are driving human beings. One is the instinct of self-preservation, and I don't think that this instinct is going anywhere. The other is the instinct of acquisition. And I think if you add that other than self-preservation and acquisition, I think human beings are also driven, have been driven for all these millions of years to reduce the physical discomfort that their bodies undergo. So if this is going to drive us, then obviously you are going to work more and more for giving more physical comfort to yourself. And what does all this lead to? One manifestation is the battle that we are having against climate change, because I think climate change is a manifestation of the way in which human beings have developed, or they have understood what development is. And whatever be the methodology or technology that we followed. Today, what we are facing, the challenge that we have recognized for ourselves for the future, and I think it's the most compelling challenge for us, is the challenge of climate change. And climate change, I think, is a direct manifestation of the way we have tried to develop. Now, this development, I think, is not going anywhere. Try as you may, experience shows that human beings want to develop. You may have reached a certain stage, someone else who has not reached that stage would like to be where you are, and you may like to be where someone else has reached. So these instincts are driving us. Now, one approach could be that, yes, you all have a very spiritual approach, a balanced approach. We have qualms of conscience, and we deliberately decide to degrow or slow down or whatever you might call it. Is that feasible? Is that likely to happen? If it does, well and good. I mean, the song which we just heard, lovely song, reminds you of so many other songs that have been written, and people have composed in praise of nature. People have composed against this instinct of greed that has overtaken human beings. But what I would argue is that this is no longer a romantic yearning. It is something that we better get used to. It is something that we incorporate in our life. For example, if you look at the classic conflict that takes place between environment and development, you cannot wish one for the other. No environmentalist can say that, yes, only environment should be protected, nothing else matters. That argument, to my mind, is as fanatical as the argument that development at all costs. So I think we need to find a balance. And sustainability is about finding a balance. There are figures I don't need to go into. For example, recently I was speaking at a construction conference, and I realized that the exploitation and utilization of natural minerals is probably grown exponentially in a country like India. Far, far more than what we can afford to. The extraction per acre is probably 4 times than the world average. Our rate of recycling, especially of C&D, is very, very low, not even 10%. So these are matters which should concern us. But let me now come to a poem which I read in school, and surprisingly, in Hindi and English, it's the same. Bindu bindu se sindhu bana hai, bindu bindu se ye badal, bindu bindu se nirjar jharta, milta sar sarita ka jal. We used to read this in class 5. What does it say? It says what the English poem says: little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. So the more we learn to do more with less, the more we understand the value of natural resources. And I would argue that it is not that you should value natural resources because they are depleting. Even if they are aplenty, I think we should respect nature and consume only as much as we need. And that is where, when I first met Mr. Banka, and he remembered that, I remembered October 2021, where he told me about the 3 R's, which are very well known. But I said, how about refusing? Why should I possess or acquire something which I don't need? And you can do a reality check. You might have so many possessions which you seldom use, or you use once in a year or once in 2 years. So I think we need to see where we are going, and can we moderate our lifestyle? Can we moderate the way we look at things? Can we moderate the consumption that we do? Now, I know that whatever I am saying is nothing new, but let me also tell you something which I read, and this is a very funny poem. It is राजू ने कल खाया केला, मैंने मांगा नहीं दिया, लेकिन खाता रहा अकेला, बड़ी शान से केला खाया, लेकिन छिलका वहीं गिराया, इतने में चाचा जी आए, बड़े प्यार से उसे बुलाया, बड़ी शान से राजू दौड़ा, जैसे ही आवाज सुनी, फिसला पांव वहीं छिलके पर, कैसी बढ़िया शक्ल बनी. So all these poems, at the end, they have some moral. नहीं अकेले बांट के खाओ, छिलके को कूड़े में डाल, अगर नहीं मानोगे कहना राजू जैसा होगा हाल. But here is the question, and here is the challenge, that you may put the chilka in the kuda, but where is the system support which can take care of that waste? So one argument which I am sure will be discussed is that you do decentralized segregation and recycling of waste, but no matter what you do, there cannot be any escape from the responsibility that government, administration, call it whatever you want. They have to provide systemic support to people who have the habit of conserving. Now, many years back, I went to Kohima, and there I observed something very interesting, and that was that early in the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock, the sun rises early there, so you would find the ladies or men, they start cleaning their house or their shops, but they do it very differently. They start sweeping from outside the house and bring whatever filth or dirt has accumulated into their house, and then clean their house, collect everything and put it in a dustbin. Here, unfortunately, we just don't care what happens outside. We want to throw all the muck out in the public. And what the municipal committee or anyone else does, we are disturbed, but I mean, whatever might happen is someone else's responsibility. And I am horrified. I read this State of Environment report of 2024, and it mentions that something like 800,000 tons of C&D waste has accumulated in Gurgaon. And I don't know whether there is any system which is looking at this problem. Nobody is taking responsibility for this. So I think these are matters that disturb us. Finally, let me say that there is always a discussion between energy efficiency and energy conservation. Energy efficiency, which everybody talks about, is achieved by use of technology. But energy conservation can be achieved by change of habit. And even if efficiency leads to conservation, but there are experiments, and that is the other postulate. There's some term for this postulate. Let me try and read this. This is called the Kazum-Brook postulate. I don't know if people have heard about it, which says that actually if you try to introduce efficiency through technology, in the short term you might gain benefit, but in the long term it squares up. Actually it increases the consumption of whatever you're trying to save. And this was studied when James Watt discovered the steam engine, which was coal-fired and used to run more efficiently. But eventually they found that because there was efficiency in consumption of coal in using this engine, what it led to is more and more engines using more and more coal. Even if they do efficiently, you end up consuming more coal. It is something like if you have a hot shower and a technology which says that the shower will run at a certain temperature or will be switched off at a certain time, or there was a time when people used to advocate that if you want to conserve water, shower is better than bucket. But then you can't control how many minutes you want to spend under the shower. So my appeal to all of you, we naturalists, all others who are present and who might be experts in their field, I think it is not enough to be an expert. It is very important for all of us to be practitioners. And I hope that events like this and the recognition that is being given today to the people who have won the awards will actually prompt people to adopt all this in their daily life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I'll just quickly ask one or two questions, and then we'll have to wrap the panel because we are running late on time. Quickly, sir, the idea was to understand that with your radical thoughts, I've read a lot which has been written for you and by you. You've always had radical thoughts. What do you think about the education overall and the sustainability that we keep on talking about? What exactly we can do about it quickly, in maybe if you can wrap it up.
I think as far as the specific point is concerned, we all have heard, and I don't dispute, that this is something which should be taught in schools. Children should be told about the value of the resources, to consume less, etc. So, yes, it is important to include this in all education curriculum, but I think this is something which should not be taught as a separate subject. It has to be integrated in whatever we do, and more than education in formal institutions, I think it is the environment that prevails at home, because all of us learn by observing what people in the family or people in the neighborhood are doing. So unless the parents inculcate the value of, for example, we used to be taught kifayat. I don't know whether people are even familiar with the word kifayat now. So kifayat was not that you were miser in consumption, but kifayat was whether you can achieve the same output or achieve the same result, the same satisfaction by using as less resource as possible. So that is kifayat. But the value of kifayat is no longer being taught. In fact, the word itself people have forgotten. Or so much emphasis on disposability. So the age-old debate between disposability and durability. Earlier, products were sold because they are durable. Now products, the USP is that they are disposable. So you might feel happy disposing of something, but we are adding a lot of burden on the earth. And finally, one more thing which I would like to share and I feel very passionately about is our attitude towards water. Especially our attitude towards rivers. I think most people understand the river as a source of water, and you value only the water which comes out of the river. All agreements, all treaties, interstate, inter-country treaties on water sharing, they are all about water. But what about the river? And the river is something much more than the water. And what I am fond of saying is that it is like saying that you will produce a healthy baby without nursing the mother. It's not possible. So you have to take care of the entire river system. Unless you understand that the river is part of an ecosystem, you will not be able to get what a river provides.
Thank you so much, sir. Just to a quick word on, there's always education correlated to jobs most of the time, and especially in India. Do you think we have enough green jobs? And just this question is for both of you so that we can just wrap it up.
See, education and jobs, jobs are for earning, education is for living. So I would say, like, when we're talking of sustainability in education, it, as Mr. Lavasa said, it starts from the home. Like, I remember our childhoods were, you know, normal picnics, outdoor games, having your own patch of garden where you planted your trees, your flowers and vegetables. And when you moved geographies, you understood what grows in which climate, how the weather changes. And that's how you learn to respect the natural flora and fauna of a place. And river bathing and sea bathing was a regular thing with families when you live near a river or near the sea. But whether all this is part of family education now, that is one thing. Another thing is, like, I gave up my bank job and worked in the waste management sector. And I've seen this sector quite closely and seen how it all works. And every aspect of waste management is very challenging. But my take on this is, as part of education, wherever I get a chance to speak to college and school students, what I say is, all you have to do is segregate, segregate, segregate. And no rocket science, no AI, no computers involved. Whatever, like, there are statistics, approximate statistics, that one person generates about 250 grams of green waste every day. So for a family of 5, it's about 1.25 kg of waste every day, which is 45 kgs per family. And can any of us who do weightlifting or anything, can we lift 45 kg of waste per month? Can we all afford to send it in the waste cycle where all the waste goes in trucks, burning fossil fuel, and then it is dumped on municipal committees who cannot handle all that. So we need to compost all our waste. If each and every individual composted his or her waste at home, each family has to take care of its waste. So we take care of 45% of the waste that is generated in this world. And then with that waste, there's so much more we can do. Like, I won't go into the details because we're talking with we naturalists. Yeah. So I think all of us know what we can do with it.
And ma'am, we also have to wrap it up a bit quickly because we have got a award ceremony lined up.
Quickly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think it's environmental education you mean to say, isn't it? Okay. The environmental education, as a matter of fact, it's just a life, how you are spending your time, how you are spending your life, what you do, how you understand the people, community, and nature. Those three are related. If you understand that, then we can just think of our social responsibility. So environmental education teaches us how to be socially responsible, to make the things right, And once you understand that, then we think of, well, what are the solutions and what we can do and what we can act upon, So those things are, so you see, what we are, the environmental education, well, we don't get job right now, It's just like planting a tree, You don't get any results immediately, but in future, you get very good shade and a lot of fruits. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Quickly move to felicitation, please?
Yeah, sure. So I would like to request Mr. Praveen Garg, the president of Mobius Foundation, to please come on the stage for the felicitation.
I don't think he's around.
Shri Praveen Garg.
He's not here. Can we request Mr. Karthik? I'll have to ask.
Please, can you use the mic?
Karthikeya sir, can I please request you to felicitate Mr. Lavasa and the team here? So sorry to catch you off guard.
So sir says, I'll come very quickly on stage if I'll have a round of applause. Please. So firstly, we would like to felicitate the chair of this session, Mr. Ashok Lavasa. So I request Karthikeya sir to please do the honors. Here is the bouquet for you, sir. And also we have a green planter and a memento for Ashok Lavasa, sir.
Can I just say one word?
Sir.
When the Science Express climate change special was being finalized, Ashokji came there and said, why is it climate change? It should be climate action. And that is exactly the points he said today. And I just wanted to tell the audience how
The
you
doings.
changed the entire approach from climate change, just understanding it, to climate action. Thank you, sir.
Kartikeya sir, I'll request you to please do the other honors as well. I'll request you to felicitate Mr. Amit Banka, the CEO.
First, let's get the others.
So we can just go roundabout. We have got a listing over there. Okay, so I'll request you, sir, to please honor Dr. Shri Govind Shah. Here is a bouquet for you, sir. Along with that, we have a green planter and a memento from this platform of 6th ICSE. So here is a green planter and a memento for Dr. Shri Govind Shah. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us. And I'll also request Kartikeya sir to please do the honors of felicitation to our next panelist as well, Mrs. Noel Lavasa. We hope that this fragrance may always be there with you to your life, ma'am. And along with this, we have a green planter and a memento from 6th ICSE for you. Thank you so much for being here with us. And with this now, as I told you that we have got an award ceremony lined up, so I would like to invite Setu Doshi and Vani Chandra on this stage to announce the award and the awardee. So my dear friends, let's have a round of applause for them.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being such a patient audience so far. And with that, we come.
I'll just take a...
Okay, sure.
So for the award ceremony, as the awardees are about to come on the stage, so I'll request the dignitaries. So thank you so much. You can just take your seat at the front so that you may also motivate these awardees right from the beginning. Thank you so much. You may kindly continue.
Welcome, everyone, to the most exciting part of the ceremony today, the We Naturalists People of Nature Awards. And with that, the very first category today we have is Photographer of the Year, Birds.
And the winner is Mr. Nitin Jain from Pune. We have Mr. Nitin over here with us. We would request you to join us on the stage.
A huge round of applause for Mr. Nitin. Our next category is Photographer of the Year, Fauna.
We would request Mr. Amit Banka to present the trophy to Mr. Nitin Jain.
Thank you, Mr. Nitin. And our next category is Photographer of the Year, Fauna.
And the winner for the Photographer of the Year, Fauna is Rory J. Lewis from UK. He is not present over here with us. He is joining us online, so we can proceed with the next categories. Thank you. Congratulations, Rory.
So our very next category is Photographer of the Year, Flora.
The winner for the Photographer of the Year, Flora, is Mr. Dinkar Samore. We have him here with us. His work for Flowers of Rajasthan was truly commended by a jury. We would request Mr. Dinkar to join us on this stage. And we would like Mr. Amit Banka to present him with the People of Nature Awards trophy.
Our next category is usually the favorite among the audience, and it is Filmmaker of the Year.
And the award goes to Mayuresh Hendre from Mumbai. Unfortunately, he is not present with us over here today. He is joining us online. And congratulations to Mayuresh. We can move it to the next category.
The next category for the day today is Nature Storyteller of the Year.
And the winner is Mr. Suyash Tilak. Suyash is on a jungle safari right now. He had sent us his, I believe he is joining us online. So congratulations to Suyash and thank you.
And our next category again is Climate Change Voice of the Year.
And the winner is Mr. Onyekachi Chukwu from Nigeria. He is present with us over here online. We congratulate him for winning this award.
The next category is Environmental Educator of the Year.
The award goes to Ms. Shruti Jha for her Green Panthers Club and the work done around it. She's also joining us online today. We congratulate her for winning this award. Thank you.
The next category, Conservationist of the Year, Flora.
And this award goes to Mr. Robin Migosi from Kenya. He's joining us online over here today. We congratulate him for winning this award.
The next category is Conservationist of the Year, Fauna.
This particular award goes to Lyndon Hawson, a young environmentalist and conservationist from United Kingdom. He has been joining us online. We congratulate him for winning this award.
The very next category is Conservationist of the Year, Marine.
This award goes to Reggie Santis from Australia for her work with Global Fauna Organization. She is joining us online. We congratulate her for winning this award. Thank you.
The next category is Conservation Project of the Year.
This award goes to Mr. Maqsudur Rahman from Bangladesh for his work with coastal belt at mangrove conservation and the women's present over there. We congratulate him for winning this award.
The next category we have is Green Childhood Award, Storyteller of the Year.
The Green Childhood Awards are specifically for the age group of 4 to 15 years. The first category under the Storyteller of the Year award goes to Mr. Arthur Shahabuddin from UK, a young conservationist showcasing the work and the conservation he's done. We congratulate him for winning this particular award. Thank you.
The next category is Green Childhood Award, Nature Positive Innovation of the Year.
I'm excited to share that we have two winners in this particular category, Malaika Iana from Kenya and Iman Danish from Pakistan.
And our final award category for the night is Green Childhood Climate Change Voice of the Year.
I'm excited to announce we have a winner and a runner-up in this category. The winner is Sri Nihal Tamanna from USA and the runner-up is Zidane Castellino from Mumbai, India. We congratulate both of them for winning this award. I would now like to invite Amit sir just on the stage. We have Zidane over here with us. If you can join us on the stage, and we would like Amit sir to present, Mr. Amit Banka to present the award. Thank you. A big round of applause for all the winners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vani and Setu, for making it so quick. We were asked to do it in 10 minutes, and here we are. Sorry, we've taken a little more time. There are a lot of students waiting for their performance now, so we'll wrap it up. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, sir. Thank you for attending. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And yes, as Sir told you, that there are lots more interesting stuff going to come on the stage now. So this is the time for the cultural evening. And in this cultural evening, we are not only going to witness the welcome performance by the school children, but also we are going to have a very celebrated artist over here, and she's going to speak to us, and after that we are going to have a bright performance over here on the stage, which is related to Mother Nature. And yes, we'll listen from her own mouth that what she has to say about it. So let me please share with you that right now we have to take a quick break of around 10 minutes or so, because we are going to remove this LED setup, because our students are going to perform, and as soon as we are done with the clearance of the stage, then students will be coming for the performance. And also we are going to have Dr. Sonal Mansingh, the celebrated Bharatnatyam classical dancer. So she is also going to speak to us, and yes, we are going to witness the performance by a student herself. So my dear friends, we are just taking a quick 10 minutes break, and see you on the other side, because we are going to enjoy this cultural evening. Thank you so much. Sir, sure. Sir, your stuff that you are talking about, your booking and all? And this plate? Plate, yes sir, everything I have handed over to the consulting. They will come and they will hand it over to you.
And the bouquet, it can remain here.
Because they need the LED and the everything needs to be removed. I have been told that you don't